जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद जय अद्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंद जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद
जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद
जय अद्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंद
जय अद्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्तवृंद
जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद
जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद
जय अद्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंद
अद्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्तवृंद
श्री चैतन्य चरितामृत की जय। श्रील कृष्णदास कविराज गोस्वामी की जय। श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। सामवेद गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। नमो ओम विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नाम्ने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे। Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita ki jai. Sri Chaitanya Hare Krishna, dear devotees, welcome to Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita reading. We are reading from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Adi Leela, chapter 17, the pastimes of Lord Chaitanya in his youth. And we have been reading that once when Mahaprabhu, in separation from the gopis, in the mood, in the ecstasy of the gopis, was chanting Gopi Gopi. One student happened to come there and he was surprised and he corrected Mahaprabhu, saying that what piety is there in chanting the names of Gopi? You should chant Krishna Krishna, this will give some punya, some piety. Becoming angry, Mahaprabhu chased this student with a stick, and then the student ran for his life. The devotees who were there, they caught Mahaprabhu and somehow pacified him and brought him back home. But this student went to another group of students, about 1,000 of them sitting and studying together, and he went and complained to them how he told Nimai Pandit to chant Krishna's names, and Nimai Pandit attacked him with a stick. So all the students said that how can Nimai Pandit attack a caste Brahmana? How is he better than us? If he does this again, we are going to beat him. And then they started talking about this incident anywhere and everywhere, criticizing Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And so the word reached Mahaprabhu also, how everyone is criticizing all the students, Bhattacharyas, all the learned scholars, they are criticizing Mahaprabhu. And Mahaprabhu started thinking that yes, they are all advanced in, they follow their particular prescribed duties and they are all scholars in the Vedas, but at the same time they are all rogues because of blaspheming the Supreme Lord. And the result of this will be they will never be able to take to bhakti. And the only thing that can deliver the conditioned souls is bhakti. And these people will never be able to take to bhakti because of their blasphemy of the Supreme Lord. Then Mahaprabhu started thinking, how can I deliver these people? What is the way out for them? Only if they bow down in front of me will this sin, will this offense, this blasphemy be minimized. and then I can induce them to take to bhakti. Otherwise, as long as this offense is there, they won't be able to take to bhakti. So thinking like this, uh, Mahaprabhu was also thinking that I have come here to deliver all the people. By my coming, I want them to take to this chanting of the holy names and then become delivered. But now I am creating the opposite effect. Instead of becoming delivered by me, they are becoming more entangled in material existence because of me. How because of me? By blaspheming me, right? I have come here. If they simply bow down before me, then they can actually be delivered. But instead of bowing down, now they are blaspheming me. If I were not here, they wouldn't blaspheme. And if they didn't blaspheme the Lord, then they wouldn't go to hell. But because I'm here, now they are blaspheming me. So I have to rectify this situation myself. How can I rectify? Then Mahaprabhu came up with this plan. Somehow or other, if they bow down before me, then they can be delivered. How will they bow down before me? They're too proud. They will not bow down before the Supreme Lord, and they will not bow down before the Guru also. We saw. The caste Brahmanas don't even care for their Guru. Then Mahaprabhu said, yes, if I take sannyas, then all these people will bow down before me. Because that is the Vedic injunction. Sannyas is the highest order, sannyasi, right? Is in the highest order in the society. Everyone will bow down before a sannyasi. Not because he is the Supreme Lord, but because he is a sannyasi, they will bow down. Nevertheless, by bowing down before Mahaprabhu as a sannyasi, they are still bowing down before the Supreme Lord. This will minimize their offense. When the offense is minimized, when the sins are reduced, then you will be able to take to bhakti. This is Mahaprabhu's plan. So still, Mahaprabhu is contemplating all this in his heart. What else is Mahaprabhu thinking? Let's continue reading. Pranati te hobe ihara aparadakshaya. Pranati means offering obeisances. Aparadakshaya. Nirmala hridaya bhakti koraibo udaya. Offering obeisances will relieve them of all the reactions to their offenses. Then, by my grace, devotional service, bhakti, will awaken in their pure hearts. So, again, there is a remedy for. Remedy means not that, oh, I'll keep committing offenses and then I will take shelter of this remedy and I will become relieved. If that is the mentality, that is another offense. Namnat Baladhi, yes, Namnat Balad Yasyahi Papa Buddhi. On the strength of the holy name, you commit offenses, you commit sins, thinking that first I will commit offense and afterwards I will chant the holy name and I will become relieved. Or here in this case, Mahaprabhu said, by offering obeisances, your offense will be nullified. So first I will commit offense, whatever I want to do, and then I will go and offer obeisances, and then my offense will be nullified. If that is my mentality, that means in my heart there is duratmata, wickedness. So that is an offense. But somehow or other, because of our conditioning, if offense happens, then what is the solution? You must bow down and genuinely, again, bhavagrahi janardana. Krishna is looking at your consciousness, at your bhava, not on the externals. Externals must be there because externals tell us about the intention in the heart. Externals have to be there. But simply externals with no intention, what's the use? So it has to come from the heart, and then there has to be. Then you actually go and bow down and you seek, you genuinely repent and you seek forgiveness. And how do you do that? Go and bow down. So here Mahaprabhu is thinking, offering obeisances will relieve them of all the reactions to their offenses. Then by my grace, devotional service will awaken in their pure hearts. As long as there is offense, bhakti will not sprout. It won't sprout. It's like wet piece of wood. If wood is wet and you're trying to light fire, Trying to light fire is like bhakti sprouting. And wetness in the firewood, that wetness is like offense. As long as there is wetness, it won't catch on fire. So what do? Is it a hopeless case? Don't use that firewood? No, you light it, but it won't catch on fire right away. But it doesn't mean nothing is happening. When you light fire, that wetness is getting dried up at first. So much smoke comes in the beginning. But you have to continue like that. And when smoke comes, your eyes will burn and so many things happen. But you have to tolerate all that. And simultaneously, it's not like first all the wetness is finished and no. The extent to which wetness is removed, to that extent it will catch on fire also. But it is happening simultaneously. If you stop lighting itself, then what is the solution? So that trying to light is our chanting. We cannot give up our chanting. You have to keep chanting. But as you're chanting, in some people, the results are seen very quickly. In other people, results are not seen quickly. It seems like a struggle. Even chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra seems like a struggle. But for others, they are just, cruising through. They are in ecstasy. That means offenses are minimized. When offenses are minimized, then it just catches fire very quickly and it's just burning nicely. But when there are a lot of offenses, it's not lighting yet. But still you have to try. And so much smoke is coming. That means that wetness is getting dried up. The offenses. So when we are chanting, it is also counteracting the offenses and also, awakening our prema. But when there are too many offenses, that prema is completely obliterated. It's covered. But it doesn't mean it's not there. And it doesn't mean you have to stop chanting now because it's not working. If you stop chanting, then there is no hope. But if you keep chanting repeatedly again and again with a repentant heart, then the offenses are getting uh, minimized and both are happening simultaneously. Like the wetness is being dried and also the wood is catching on fire like that. So again, here Mahaprabhu is saying, offering obeisances will relieve them of all the reactions to their offenses. Then by my grace, devotional service will awaken in their pure hearts. So after the offenses are nullified, then by the Lord's grace, bhakti will sprout, prema will sprout. Purport. According to the Vedic injunctions, only a Brahmana may be offered sannyas. The Shankara Sampradaya, Ekadanda Sannyasa Sampradaya, awards the sannyas order only to caste Brahmanas. That means you must be born a Brahmana or born Brahmanas. But in the Vaishnava system, even one not born in a Brahmana family may be made a Brahmana according to the direction of the Hari Bhakti Vilas. Tatha Diksha Vidhanena Dvijatvam Jayate Nrinam. Any person from any part of the world may be made a Brahmana by the regular process of initiation. And when he follows Brahminical behavior, observing the principle of abstaining from intoxication, illicit sex, meat eating, and gambling, he may be offered sannyas. All the sannyasis in the Krishna consciousness movement who are preaching all over the world are regular Brahmana sannyasis. Thus, the so-called caste Brahmanas should not object to offering them respectful obeisances. By offering such obeisances as recommended by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they will diminish their offenses and automatically awaken to their natural position of devotional service. So what is the point here? Mahaprabhu said, I will take sannyas and everyone will bow down before me. By offering obeisances to me, all their offenses will be diminished. So by offering obeisances to the Supreme Lord, right? But here Srila Prabhupada is also saying, if anyone offers obeisances to a sannyasi, but again, what type of sannyasi? That's why Prabhupada made the point there. A regular Brahmana, somebody who's actually, so sannyas cannot be awarded. So there are 4 varnas and 4 ashrams. What are the 4 varnas? Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. What are the 4 ashrams? Brahmachari, Grihastha, Vanaprastha, Sannyas. So this is Varna and Ashram system. This Vedic system is also called Sanatan Dharma or Varnashram system. Varnashram system means the society is divided into 8 orders, 4 social orders and 4 spiritual orders. So together there are 8. Who is the leader of these 8? If you take only the Varnas, Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, of the 4 of them, the Brahmana is the leader. And if you take the entire, all 8, the spiritual orders also, Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, Brahmachari, Grihastha, Vanaprastha, Sannyas, then Sannyasi is the leader for the entire society. He is the leader for the entire society. Who can be a sannyasi? So, you see, the 4 spiritual orders are there, right? You have Brahmachari, Grihastha, Vanaprastha, Sannyas. Shudras cannot even take Brahmacharya. They have only one spiritual order, only Grihastha. They get married, only one samskara, marriage samskara, that is Shudras. Vaishyas, Vaishyas have Brahmachari and Grihastha, that's all. There is no Vanaprastha sannyas for Vaishyas. Brahmachari and Grihastha. Kshatriyas, Kshatriyas we read in Srimad Bhagavatam, so many kings, they all take Vanaprastha. Yes, after 50, they have to give up the kingdom, go to the forest. All the kings that we read in Srimad Bhagavatam, they all give up their kingdom and go. So Vanaprastha is there for Kshatriyas. Brahmachari, Grihastha and Vanaprastha for Kshatriyas. What about Brahmanas? Brahmanas can take sannyas. They have Brahmacharya, Grihastha, Vanaprastha and sannyas also. So from this what do you understand? Sannyas can be taken only by Brahmanas. Sannyas cannot be taken by Kshatriyas, Vaishyas or Shudras. That's the point Srila Prabhupada is making. That so in the Vedic society, right, especially the Shankara Sampradaya, remember before Shankaracharya, they rejected the Vedas by the teachings of Lord Buddha. They had rejected the Vedas. It was Shankaracharya who once again introduced the Vedas into the society. So then when you introduce the Vedas in the society, then all these orders, social orders, spiritual orders, everything, that comes from the Vedas only. He introduced it once again. And the sannyas order also. So, but the sannyas order followed by the Shankar Sampradaya is called Ekadanda sannyas. Ekadanda means there's only one, right? Eka, Ek, right? We are all one. We are all that Brahman, ultimately. Only Brahma Satyam Jagat Mithya. This world is false, Brahman is true. So that's Ekadanda sannyas. I am he. That is Ekadanda sannyas. But that sannyas is given only to one born in a Brahmana family. Caste Brahmanas only can take sannyas. If you are not born in a Brahmana family, you cannot take sannyas. This is Shankara Sampradaya's sannyas. But in Vaishnava sannyasis, from where did this Vaishnava sannyas come? It came from Vaishnava books, right? We have Hari Bhakti Vilas given by Srila Sanatan Goswami. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna. God, KSB I'm not putting. That's why I'm struggling. 1008, 1008 I'm putting. It's not coming. I'm sorry.
No problem, Mataji.
Mataji, I sent you the link. You just need to click on the link.
You know what? That thing link is in my cell phone. I had to come to the iPad. I don't know what to do. That iPad I was not finding. Leave me. I'm an old lady.
Okay. But yeah, you'll get into that soon. Once you get used to it, it won't be.
No, now I got it. Got you in that thing.
Yeah.
But KSB, I didn't put it.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a mistake.
So we'll continue. So about sannyas. Vaishnava sannyasis means they follow Hari Bhakti Vilas. Hari Bhakti Vilas is we have Satkriya Sara Deepika and Hari Bhakti Vilas. These are the books that talk about the samskaras that are to be followed by aspiring devotees, aspiring Vaishnavas. We have to follow samskaras also. These books are given by our Goswamis under the direction of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And of course, even before that also, even in the Ramanuja Sampradaya, Sri Sampradaya, they also have sannyasis. So they also follow the same guidelines. So from that we understand that Brahmana is not simply by birth, or just because you are born in a Brahmana family, automatically you become a Brahmana. It's not like that. You certainly have an advantage because of that atmosphere and that upbringing, that training is available. But without training, just because I have my last name of a Brahmana and I have never gone through any training, any upbringing, but because I was born in that lineage, automatically I become a Brahmana, that cannot be accepted. You have to be trained as a Brahmana, then you will be accepted as a Brahmana. So taking birth in a Brahmana family where they are actually living by these standards is certainly to an advantage, that you are taking birth in a family and you are getting trained. But the most important thing is training. If the training is not there, then you are not a Brahmana. If the training is there, even if you are not born in a Brahmana family, still you will become a Brahmana. That's the whole point. By training. That's why Prabhupada uses the word regular Brahmanas. The sannyasis of our ISKCON movement are regular Brahmanas. They are trained to live by the standards of a Brahmana. No meat eating, no intoxication, no gambling, no illicit sex. Rise early in the morning, perform Mangala Arati, keep yourselves clean, chant Krishna's holy names, read the scriptures. All these are required. And when one regularly follows this, this becomes their second nature. Then they are given Brahmana Diksha and they become Brahmanas. And now also they'll continue to live like that by that standard. After you get Brahman Diksha, now you start worshipping the deities on the altar, full-time engagement. And living by these standards, then if they are interested, then they're given sannyas. So anyone who's a sannyasi like this, who became a Brahmana by regular training, and then he became a sannyasi, he is a Vaishnava sannyasi. If you bow down before such a sannyasi, you will become free from your offenses, or your offenses will be minimized at least. They will be minimized. Your offenses will be minimized. And we also read the other day that in front of a sannyasi, if you don't bow down, like we saw, caste Brahmanas, they don't accept ISKCON sannyasis as sannyasis. So they don't bow down. What is this? They are not born as Brahmanas. How can Westerners be sannyasis and Brahmanas? They don't bow down. That is actually an offense. If you don't bow down before the deity, if you don't bow down before a sannyasi, he is a genuine sannyasi. If he is a genuine sannyasi, that means he is actually living by the standards of a Brahmana and he is a sannyasi through proper initiation. Then if you don't bow down, if you bow down, the advantage is great. Your offenses are getting minimized. But if you don't bow down, then it is an offense. What is the remedy? Srila Prabhupada said, anyone remembers? If you don't bow down before the deity, or if you don't bow down in front of a sannyasi, what should you do?
Fasting for a day.
Yes, fast for one day. Don't eat anything that day. That's how strict it is. So here Mahaprabhu is thinking, I will take sannyas and everyone will bow down before me. If they bow down before me, then they will get relief from their offenses, and after that they will take to bhakti, and that will deliver them. Vindhyavali Mataji. You raised your hand, Mataji.
in the class. But people like me, old, I cannot sit. It means, I don't have my knees and everything's bothering. And if I bow down, somebody has to give me hand to get up.
Of course,
So
Mataji. That
in
is,
that
yeah.
case, do I have to fast every day?
No, Mataji. No, you don't have to.
Never mind.
Ultimately, it is your, bhavagrahi Janardana, and yours is one case. Also, there are cases, because of for health reasons and old age also, when sometimes devotees bow down, they get dizzy
Yeah,
when they put their head down, and yeah.
with my high
Uh,
blood pressure, I do get this dizzy.
So then I was told, no, don't bow down in that case. I mean, I didn't have that, but another devotee had, and that devotee was saying, so they just simply get down on their knees
And
and put
that's
the
all.
head down like this and
Yeah.
offer obeisances. In your case, even getting down on the knees is difficult. Then at least, whatever, make a gesture to show them that
Rest-
I am bowing down before you. Put your head down or join your palms with great respect. Ultimately, the whole idea of bowing down is to show our respect. And because of your physical health issues, if you're not able to bow down, you're still making that gesture. So,
I
yeah.
feel so uncomfortable in front of any Swamiji is going, or my Guru Maharaj goes, and Vishnupada Prabhu goes like that. I just feel so uncomfortable not bowing down. But I just keep away from that scene, and
Yeah.
I do it like this. But
Yeah.
I cannot. I don't want to do that. I want to do bow down, but days,
Yes, Mataji.
that's what
Yes.
the question was. So I really don't mind also. I can do that. This
Yes,
year,
Mataji.
this I can fast anytime.
Mataji, there is also a Japanese style.
Aha, what is
What
that?
is that? Japanese style, how does that go?
Yeah, you bow down. You don't bend your legs, but you put your head down, and
Standing up and then like this?
yeah, bow down all the way down as much as you can.
Acha,
Yeah,
okay.
but not totally down and half down.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like, yeah, yeah,
Ashish,
yeah. Okay.
okay, thank you for the advice.
Nice.
Thank you.
Like that. But
Yeah,
yeah, the way you feel, Mataji, that is more important. Like,
the
I
feel
don't like
there,
it, I
that
want it.
thing, Mataji. But sometimes I feel so uncomfortable because I came from the childhood bowing down and touching their feet. That's how in my marriage, everybody in the marriage came. I had to bow down and tell. But I did sit in my knees and then I touched their feet and then I did. So they all started, my in-laws side. Oh God, how come you're doing like that for everybody? But that's how I was doing. No, not nothing. Age is coming like that.
You have done enough all your life now.
I don't know. That I cannot tell. There's no enough.
Of course. Of
Thank
course.
you. Not for
Hare
stopping your
Krishna.
Hare
No,
Krishna.
thank you. Okay, so we'll just finish this purport here. So, so Srila Prabhupada in the purport is saying by offering obeisances to a sannyasi, a Brahmana sannyasi, not particularly to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. We can also understand Mahaprabhu is saying when they bow down to me means they are bowing down to the Supreme Lord, then their offense is nullified. But Srila Prabhupada is bringing out this important point about Brahmana sannyasis. And Srila Prabhupada is saying the sannyasis of the Krishna consciousness movement, and what are they doing? They are preaching Krishna consciousness all over the world. They are actually Vaishnava sannyasis. So if you bow down to such a Vaishnava sannyasi, the caste Brahmanas, they will actually benefit, but they don't bow down. So Prabhupada is actually giving them a like an admonition. They should not object to offering respectful obeisances. By offering such obeisances as recommended by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they will diminish their offenses and automatically awaken to their natural position of devotional service. As it is said, Nitya Siddha Krishna Prema Sadhya Kabhu Noy. Krishna Prema cannot be uh, created or awakened. Sadhya means you achieve something by your sadhana. So this Krishna Prema is Nitya Siddha. It is eternally there in the heart. Every living entity has the capacity to love Krishna. It's not that externally you have to get it from somewhere. Nitya Siddha Krishna Prema Sadhya Kabhu Noy. Krishna Prema can be awakened in a purified heart. The more we offer obeisances to sannyasis, especially Vaishnava sannyasis, the more we diminish our offenses and purify our hearts. Only in a purified heart can Krishna Prema awaken. This is the process of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's cult, the Krishna consciousness movement. So, our movement is that of offering obeisances. You come to the temple, you offer obeisances. You see a senior devotee, you bow down and you offer obeisances. You see a sannyasi, you just bow down and offer obeisances. And what is the advantage there? We should train even the little children because now they don't have such health issues. When we grow up, then it becomes difficult. We have so many, you know, obstacles we are not able to do all the time. But when we are able to do, we should encourage because there's so much benefit when you bow down before Vaishnavas. You become purified. Every time you bow down, you're actually becoming purified. That means becoming purified means taking to bhakti becomes very easy now. You're nicely advancing in Krishna consciousness. It's a science. When we bow down before superiors, the blessings just flow from their heart, and it is those blessings that will take us forward in our life in Krishna consciousness. So those who are actually intelligent, they always stay at the lotus feet of their superiors, always bowing down, because by the blessings, actually, when the superiors are satisfied with us, Krishna's blessings come. So therefore our uh, you know our culture is always bowing down before superiors, and by their blessing, yasya prasadat bhagavat prasado yasya aprasadan nagati kutopi. By the mercy of the spiritual master, you get the mercy of Krishna, and if the spiritual master is displeased, you don't have any gati, you don't have any destination. So spiritual master is not one. We have our spiritual master, his spiritual master, his spiritual master. We have the whole Guru Parampara, and then we have all the uncles and aunties, right? God brothers of the spiritual master, God sisters of the spiritual master. And spiritual master is not just Diksha Guru, you have Shiksha Guru, you have Atma Pradarshaka Guru, you have Shravana Guru, so many. Fortunate are the devotees who are surrounded by superiors where we can actually bow down. And we have actually, there are enough, plenty, if we look. So that's it for today. We will stop. So we start at 6:15 and the class ends at 6:45 for half an hour. So I will end here. Mataji joined a little late today. You are in mute, Vindhyavali Mataji.
Yeah, I missed time. I just, by the time I look every number and everything, put it in this. Morning it would have been easy.
We will remind you at 6 o'clock, Mataji.
Oh, 6 o'clock is fine. That's
I
good.
will remind you. Yeah.
That's good idea. Like people like me, old people, I was awake, but not thinking of this. So
Yeah.
at the 7:50 class, I'm ready. But this
Okay.
one, actually, I'm not that feeling good also.
Yes, Mataji.
So
Send me, Aditi Lata Mataji, send me Mataji's number. I'll put in the group. So because I send a reminder in the group, so Mataji will also
I
get
will
it.
send you, Mataji. Yes.
No, thank you very much. No, Aditi, she called me, and Ashish called me before. I think he called me before that, and Aditi called me. Even then, by the time I was struggling, I don't know what happened to me. Putting easy that number, no, I was putting 1008, not KSB. I'm not used to do that. All these classes, I'm putting only number and then password number.
I will try to change the password then. Maybe
It's
make it
okay.
simple.
It's okay. Now
Then
I
we
put
will
you in
forget.
that.
So,
I can put
Mataji,
it.
KSB stands for Kids Srimad Bhagavatam. That's how it became KSB.
Oh, Krishna KSP. Okay. No, but anyway, I recorded in that. I can push the number. That's it. I'll be there. Okay. Aditi said she will wake me up 6 o'clock. She will remind me 6 o'clock. I wake up at 4 o'clock. But
no, in the morning, I'm talking about evening. In the morning, also 6:30, Mataji class starts the class, but you can, and she continues till 8 o'clock. So you have ample time, even if you are late. After that also, you can join any time in between.
Yeah, 7:50 I had to jump into the other class.
Temple classes there, Bhagavatam class. Mataji is very regular there. Every day
That
she's
is
there.
that I was regular. Because I feel that if I don't read that loka, I feel
Yes,
that I
Mataji.
missed a lot.
Yes, Mataji.
That's right.
So
That
we'll
is
end
okay.
here. Yes,
Thank you.
Mataji. Thank you.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.